Hey everybody, this is Ed from the Whiskey Tangent Podcast. I'm here with Scott.
Hey everybody.
On another Whiskey Short.
Yay!
And this one is going to harken back to one we did right before last call.
Right. It was actually released after the last call 6 months ago. And
right.
That's when this will come out.
Right. So we're in the Whiskey Wormhole. We're going to record the last call tonight, but we want to do a quick taste on a product that Scott's going to tell you all about.
Right. So this is the Antique 107 Weller.
Whiskey Short.
And fun facts. This is essentially the same product as the WL Weller that we just talked about, the Special Reserve that we tasted on my birthday.
Yes.
Back in September, except this is 107 proof and the Weller is 90.
Boo.
That's really the only difference. Same mash bill, and we'll get into that later. We like the Special Reserve just okay. We're kind of sipping on it right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I like it less now for some reason today.
I feel like I like it better now.
Well, let me give me another couple of sips.
Mm-hmm. I mean, very alcohol forward on the nose and on the palate.
Yeah, it really is. Weller. It's sweet. It's not an easy sipper.
No.
We have made cocktails. The one that you got for my birthday was a liter bottle. We made cocktails out of that. Mm-hmm. We have this one that Doug from the lounge gave you for Christmas.
To me for Christmas. Yep. This is why we have some to taste today.
Right. We made cocktails with that. It's almost gone. But what I remember about the Weller episode the most is that Ed spent most of the time hating on Buffalo Trace for not allowing us to taste their whiskeys.
All right, the Buffalo Trace is fine, but there's plenty of it. You got it covered, guys. You're doing a great job with the Buffalo Trace, and it's okay. It's not as good as Eagle Rare, and they used to be like $4 apart. Now I can't even find Eagle Rare. When I do, it's $10 more than it was last year. Are you getting that money, Buffalo Trace? Are you? And you have so many expressions that are just a myth. You're like Bigfoot. It's like I saw your bottle run behind a tree the other day.
Someone took a grainy photo in Scotland on a loch, and your whiskey was in it.
Exactly. It's like Loch Ness whiskey.
Holy shit. All right.
So you ever hard to find, never photographed, Pipsqueak whiskey.
Weller. Bourbon.
And for the fact that I paid $90 for a liter of Weller that if I got it at retail would be somewhere in the, $30 range, right?
Yeah.
So you got a $25, $35 whiskey that I'm paying 3 times for just because it was Scott's birthday and we never tried it.
Right.
I did much better on picking up the 107, which I think I found somewhere for $70. But once again, that's also probably $25, $30 above what it should be.
Yes, I think the Weller Special Reserve should be around 30, like you said, and the Antique 107 should be probably around 50, 55. So one of the other things that I thought was interesting, because I went back and listened to the Weller episode that we did.
Right.
I mispronounced William L. Weller's middle name incorrectly. Oh. I pronounced it Laurie, L-A-U-R-I-E, and it's actually LaRue, L-A-R-U-E. So I have a little bit of history. It goes back a little farther than what you had done originally, so I figured I'd just read this.
Sure.
And then we'll taste it.
All right.
All right, so the Weller family immigrated to Maryland from Germany in the 1740s, where they put down roots, purchased a large tract of land, and became farmers and millers. They later moved to the Bluegrass State in the mid-1790s and began distilling on their land, taking part in the early foundations of the whiskey industry that would go on to become a defining part of Kentucky culture. Samuel Weller, the third generation of Wellers in America and second generation distiller, joined another prominent distilling family following his marriage to Phoebe LaRue. Their son, William LaRue Weller, was born in 1825, had generations of rich distilling history in his blood to guide his success in the evolving industry. In 1849, W.O. Weller began his career as a wholesale whiskey dealer and distiller, carrying on the legacy started by his paternal grandfather and his maternal great-grandfather. Weller first started W.L. Weller and Brothers with his younger sibling Charles before changing the name to W.L. Weller and Sons. And as you guys with younger brothers can attest, both Ed and I find W.L. Weller's flippant disregard for his younger brother kind of hilarious. I have 2 younger brothers. He has 1. Weller continued to grow his whiskey business over the years, gaining interest in his products and processes and becoming a prominent whiskey brand. In 1893, Julian P. Pappy Van Winkle Sr. was hired onto W.L. Weller and Sons as a whiskey salesman. After W.L. Weller's passing in 1899, Pappy and his co-worker, Alex Farnsley, purchased the company in 1908. George Weller, William's oldest son, remained president of the company until the beginning of Prohibition, when Pappy and Farnsley decided to merge with Arthur Stitzel of APH Stitzel Distillery to create Stitzel Weller Distillery, which opened on Derby Day in 1935. Stitzel Weller quickly became known for its wheated bourbon recipe using wheat instead of rye in the mash for a softer, smoother taste. The legacy of William LaRue Weller continues to be honored today with award-winning wheated bourbons such as his namesake William LaRue Weller, the Weller 12-year, the Weller Special Reserve, and the Weller 107 Antique.
Which is what we're going to taste today. And
right.
so it's a wheated bourbon, like Scott just said. It's Buffalo Trace's traditional wheated recipe, which is 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14% malted barley. The proof, again, is 107. There's not an age statement, but it's around 7 years from what we're able to ascertain. The distiller is Buffalo Trace, and of course, the owner is the ever-present Sazerac Company. So Scott needs some in his glass.
I do.
poured mine, but I didn't want to interrupt him while he was reading.
Ooh,
one thing that's different, the Special Reserve has a screw top, and the Antique 107 has a cork.
Yeah.
So I have...
So it's for fancy now.
Right, so...
The labels are different. The label on the Weller is, what is that, green?
Yep.
Dark green, and the label on the Antique 107 is a sort of a burgundy red color.
Correct.
Okay. So strangely, the 107 doesn't have as much alcohol smell on the nose as the 90 proof Weller.
Yes, I noticed that right away.
You're getting your typical bourbon smells, caramel, vanilla, and honey. I mean, there is alcohol scent. I mean, it's 107, so you're going to get some.
Right.
Oh, there's some fruit there.
I'm getting like a kind of a cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
A little black licorice, maybe? Let's taste it. I want to taste it now. Well, I would say that's way better than the Special
So much better. The proofing here, what a difference.
Wow. The complexity of the 107 is far contrast with the Special Reserve.
I'm getting some of that barley spice on the tongue, too. Right in the middle of the tongue.
I just took a sip of the regular Special Reserve. It actually tastes better after drinking the 107. Just because the 107 is so intense.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah, you have to taste it side by side. You really do. Because they're incredibly related. But go ahead, take a little sip of it. Tell me what you think.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it better now?
Yeah, so you taste a lot more fruit on the Special Reserve that I wasn't tasting before, and now I am.
Yeah, so drinking the 107, when I went back to the Special Reserve, it opened up whole new flavors that weren't there before. I don't know why. I know that there's a chemical reason for it because of the same mash bill.
And I guess you're tasting just a more intense version of it, but now that you have that on your tongue, when you're tasting this sort of weaker version, you can still kind of taste some of that stuff.
The 107, it's a very, very manageable proof. It's not...
Right.
Some of the ones we've had at 112 or 115 have been overwhelming. The 107 is very smooth and manageable.
It's quite smooth. Like, I want to say that even though the 107 has less alcohol on the nose, it has way less alcohol on the palate than the Special Reserve.
It has a much heavier mouthfeel. It has a...
It's almost juicy. Definitely dark fruits. Like,
yeah, definitely dark fruits.
I hesitate to say cherries again, but I mean, I'm tasting it.
But like almost like a Luxardo cherry, like
deep,
a deep
rich, sugared, preserved cherry.
Right, and there's some oak in there too. You could definitely tell this is aged longer than the other Special Reserve.
Yeah, I don't remember the Special Reserve. I'm going to guess it's probably around 4. Yeah.
All right, let's focus on the finish, which is very substantial.
Okay, it is. I wouldn't say it's
spicy.
I wouldn't say it's extremely long, but it's really nice. Yes, it is spicy. That's the spice I was getting on my tongue.
I gotta say, it's spicy. I taste cinnamon again, and I think it does kind of linger. It's lingering on me right now. But the thing is, it's in 2 stages.
Okay.
So you swallow, you get a strong finish, and then that goes, and then there's like still a lingering. Right now, even now,
I can see what you're saying.
Peppery or a spicy on the back of my throat that is still there. And there's still a sweetness. So, wow. I have to say, I wasn't blown away by the Special Reserve, but this is a very nice whiskey.
This is quite good. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's worth 75.
No,
but
it's not worth 75. But if it was 60,
yeah,
55, 60,
definitely.
I don't feel like I would be getting robbed because you know what I put this up against?
Yeah,
Old Ezra, number 7.
Okay,
and I put it in the same area of a Baker's, which is 107.
Right.
So, and they're all about $65. I mean, Old Ezra used to be $45, but now it became popular. Now it's $60. So,
like it do.
If this dropped down to $60, I think that'd be a pretty good deal. A 107 with it being a wheated mash bill.
Yeah. So let's see how we did. These tasting notes, I believe, are again from the whiskey jug. So on the nose, caramel, vanilla, soft oak, honey, cherries, mild dark fruit, and a bit of pepper. I think we did pretty good there.
I had some cinnamon. I was getting getting peppery.
Yeah.
I was getting pepper all the way through. So.
Paprikash. There's too much pepper in my paprikash, but I'd be proud to partake of your pecan pie. Pecan pie.
So everybody over 50 just laughed.
Was that when Harry Met Sally?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how he wooed Meg Ryan.
Okay, I thought it was a Saturday Night Live skit. So
On the taste, caramel, honey, dark fruit, wood, with hints of cocoa, citrus, and raisin. Okay, so I don't really taste the cocoa or the raisin. You mentioned sort of citrus, didn't you?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
But let me try.
I thought you did.
If I can taste raisin. I know you can taste wood, so let me know if you can taste it.
You bastard. Gabe's not here, so you're picking on me.
I know Gabe could taste some wood. I love when Gabe's not here. Open season.
Nice. Sorry, not sorry, Gabe.
Raisin. I mean, it's funny. I do eat Raisin Bran. It's like one of my go-to cereals. I should be able to like pull that right out, but
I like craisins better than raisins. I found raisins to have a weird texture to
we're
them.
wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Raisins have a weird texture. I've always liked craisins better. Plus, I had rabbits and I used to give them craisins as treats.
I know. They used to be so cute. That's the only time they really got happy in their
I know. They're miserable
life.
fucking lives. People, do not get rabbits as gifts for your children. They make terrible pets. Do not.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Right. Do not get rabbits for presents. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, just don't do it.
What's the finish?
The finish is heavy and slow.
Oh my God, like me.
Like me. With caramel, vanilla, wood, and brown sugar.
They're more wood.
Yeah.
All right, let's taste for wood right now. Let's taste for wood. Wow, it's really good.
It's delicious. This is great. I just thought the Special Reserve was mediocre.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, I mean, I hear why people rave about this a little bit, and I can actually see it now.
Because of the dark fruit and the sort of the cherry, the vanilla, and the caramel, and a bit of citrus, I'm getting sort of a Manhattan vibe from it.
Okay, yes. That comes down to that heavy mouthfeel. Like there's so much going on. I have to tell you, I mean, that's not crazy. Now we have to make Manhattan with it.
Well, all right.
As soon as we're done recording this.
Okay, deal.
Or while we're still recording it. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. Really good. Really good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, so
I am.
Do we want to make a Manhattan or we just want to end it? And drink the Manhattan off the air. We're going to do it. But
Okay, here's a fun thing.
Okay.
We'll stop this.
Yeah.
We'll make the Manhattan, and we'll drink the Manhattan while we do the last call.
All right.
And so you'll already have heard us drinking the Manhattan before you actually hear us do this.
Right. So you'll be like, it'll be the whiskey wormhole in the wormhole. So we'll do that. So anyway, if you can find the Weller Antique 107 for cheaper than I did.
Yeah.
Like
I'd say
65.
Yeah, I'd say 60, grab it.
Yeah.
Absolutely grab it.
70, if you've never had it and you hear us like talk about it, yeah. Like 90 or something, no. Get an Angel Envy, a rye, or get something like one of the little books or something that's special.
This isn't to that level. No. Like at $90, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in. We harken back to a quick taste we did in September, which was Special Reserve. We brought its more mature and better tasting cousin.
Yep.
And so for the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
Cheers, everybody.
Later.